A college of the University of Cambridge has sparked controversy this week by voting not to fly the LGBT rainbow flag to mark the start of LGBT plus History Month, taking it down after just one day.
Gonville and Keys College said that whilst it was committed to ending discrimination, flying the flag may be divisive as it could appear to be a political statement.
The college says its own flag is a symbol which unites all in the Keys community. The LGBT students and organisations say they feel betrayed and bitterly disappointed at the decision. Well, joining us now is the human rights campaigner Peter Tatchell. Peter, what did you make of this incredible story this week?
Well, I was surprised because I would have thought that Gonville and Keys would like to respect the wishes of its students, and it appears the students wanted the rainbow flag to be flied. They're saying that it's political, but from the students' point of view and from my point of view, the rainbow flag is not political, it's a human rights cause. Under the Equality Act 2010, it is recognised in British law that LGBT plus rights are human rights. So this decision, I think, is petty and unnecessary and leaves us our taste in the mouth.
Mm-hmm. Well, I completely agree with you, Peter, on the sense that this is a flag representing human rights, representing that, LGBT people should be treated with equality and fairness. But why then do you think this decision was made in Cambridge?
Well, they're saying that they wanted to avoid any issues of political partiality or neutrality. They wanted to make sure that the college was not associated with political movements. They also said that it would avoid the issue of having to fly lots of different flags on different days of the year. Well, of course, I don't think flying the rainbow flag should be compulsory. That should be a voluntary decision by the college, in particular, listening to its own student. But if the occasion arose that other flags wish to be flown, then they should be assessed on an individual basis. So I wouldn't, object to the United Nations flag being flown on United Nations Day to symbolise our commitment to global solidarity, cooperation and human rights. But obviously, the organisations that want their flags to be flown, I think they should pay for them rather than the college having to pay for them.
Do you think there is a sort of sense at the moment that kind of flags in general are becoming more and more political or are getting politicised?
Well, of course, that's some people's view. And of course, there are some flags which, are definitely political. So a political party flag is definitely political. Maybe a flag for or against Brexit would be political. But I think something like the rights of women, LGBT plus people, black and ethnic minority people, these are human rights issues. And I would have thought that most people in British society today would welcome the idea of showing solidarity and commitment to ensure that we are a truly inclusive society. And if flying a flag is one way to do that, then why not?
And what has been the reaction of students at these colleges, particularly those involved in perhaps the LGBT societies?
Well, from what I've heard and what has been reported in the press, most students are very unhappy. In fact, I haven't seen any students applauding the decision of council of the college. They feel it is a slight to the LGBT plus community, and February is, after all, LGBT plus History Month. The students are not happy. They don't understand why permission can be given to fly the flag one day and then be removed the next. Mm-hmm. And it does appear that the master and staff of the college support the flying of the rainbow flag, but the council, which is the overriding legal body of the college, decided against. So there seems to be a clear split between the council and the master and the staff and students.
And based on kind of experience of other sort of similar incidents, do you think that the kickback from students will be enough to overturn this decision?
I think it's really hard to say. I mean, the council took their decision knowing that the decision to fly the flag had support among staff, students, and I believe the master of the college as well. So I think a lot of students will be, not only just appalled, but concerned that, in fact, the council is not listening to the staff and students. And I think that, a council of anybody, the management body of anybody, has a duty to listen to those who are affected by its decision. And quite clearly, this has not happened in the case of Gonville and Keys.
Well, Peter, thank you for joining us this morning.